Hey, what's up? How is it going? So, I just noticed, not sure how I didn't see this before, somehow the chat window is in the wrong place. on the intro card. So it was cutting off the first couple, or the 2 most recent messages. So that has been ostensibly fixed, kind of, hopefully. At least for the moment, it's fixed. Hey Carson, how's it going, man? So, let's see. Things are gonna be all kinds of weird in this view. Let's see. That's that side. How can I... Oh. If I move this, that does nothing to make it better. Okay. I thought that would help. Green screen issues, as usual. Gotta update the stream intro image when the Pixel 6 comes out. Count on it. No, believe me, I've wanted to update that image for a while. So long. By the way, let me know if the music level is too low. I don't think it should be, but if it is, I will fix or adjust. Let's see. And for what it's worth, green screen issue, not really going to be a big problem in a minute, because when we switch views... Actually, wait, would it help if I do that? Not really. That's weird. Why is it acting up so much? Oh, that's why. That didn't help it as much as I thought it would. Okay, well, we'll live with it. So what I'm going to be doing is actually switching over anyway. By the way, these scenes are not as set up as I want them to be. In fact, crap, I need to... Where is it going to be? We're going to make... Actually going to make a copy of this view. No, this view does not seem like the right view for it. We don't care about that. We do care about that. I should have done this earlier and I totally forgot. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is take my solo view. Oh, no, solo with window capture. That's the perfect one. We're going to duplicate that. Photo edit. Let's do not window capture, but device capture. Okay, we'll pop that up there. And with this one, what we want to do is get rid of that. We don't need that in there at all. Let's get rid of that one. We don't need that either. We have a display capture. I will be making one for that. Actually, I should just duplicate both of these. Or duplicate again. And I will just have to really tinker to make sure that one's not going to get screwed. Okay. So I'm actually starting with, instead of doing edits, I'm actually going to start with a recording a little bit of quick video, actually setting up a recording. Okay, now come in here. Where's our... That's the one. Let's copy that. Come back down here to device capture and boom. It almost looks like that's almost perfect. We're gonna bump that up. Not that anyone needs to care about this, but in case anyone actually wants to see it, I will have my camera settings in view. Okay, so that's the view we're actually going to be starting with, kind of. I need to adjust my angle a little bit, but, or, well, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. So what I want to do, yeah, that's a focus. Okay. Before I do that, I actually need to pair this with a phone. Let's pair it with a Pixel 4. So I'm not going to specifically take pictures. To be fair, there's a small chance I will, but I don't think I'm going to take pictures on this. Instead, I'm going to shoot video showing off what it looks like when the Razer Hammerhead LEDs are active. Oh, wait. No, I paired this to the wrong phone. Okay. Close these. I guess I don't need to do that, but let's repair. Because I have the app installed on only one phone, and I forgot about that. Okay. Come on. Inner pairing mode. There you go. Good, Razer. Good. Okay. So this came up kind of sometime back. Wait, is my Bluetooth not on? No, it's on. Okay, quickly testing this. So, what's neat about these, or well, okay, I'm gonna call it neat. I know a lot of other people will think, oh my god, this is so stupid. The Razer headphones do have LEDs in them. Multicolor LEDs, and they are, for lack of a better way of saying it, super, super multicolor. Okay, let's not actually use that. Let's pop into YouTube Music. I currently believe they're set with the most extreme let's see. Yep. Okay. It is working. Okay. Let's get that focus right. Okay, what you're watching right now is Congo's Come With Me Now. Okay, so the LEDs actually go, the day has arrived. If you guys saw how I've got this whole thing set up, it is jank as can be. Anyway, I wanted to get a video of the various modes. Oh yeah, I love this song. I was obsessed, maybe not obsessed, but I was super, super hooked on this song for a while. Anyway, and believe me, I wish I could play this live. Damn those laws. Copyright laws suck. Anyway, so what I want to do is make a video of basically the LEDs going wild. So let's see. I don't need to be in video mode. Or, well, sorry, I want to be in video mode, but I don't need... Can I hide the audio? Yeah, but I don't want to lose the histogram. Okay, looks like I'm stuck with the audio channels on. I could probably turn them off in settings, but it is what it is. Okay, so regarding GIFs, sometimes we actually will post GIFs to articles. Actually, we do. I mean, I posted a lot of GIFs to articles. But for strictly speaking, I don't usually post GIFs themselves. I try to put them on like Giphy or some service that will convert them to an MP4, or technically I usually upload them as MP4s if I can, because I want to keep colors intact. It's kind of a big deal that colors remain intact. I mean, seriously, that LED, I know right now anyone looking at this thinks this is dumb. I actually love this. Okay, I gotta move this. That. Nah. Okay, good. My chair will stop running into stuff behind me. This office is really tiny. Anyway, yeah, I want to keep articles intact. Oh, I was saying about the LED. I actually think this is awesome. And I talked about this during a previous Ramblecast, but I love the idea of having... God, those audio levels are wrong. I love having a like if you're wearing these while studying or something like that. Imagine a college student having earbuds and like roommates, or maybe their parents, like if they live with their parents, or just like they're out in public. The thing is, you can walk up on somebody and make a sound and not realize they didn't hear you. And this is the perfect solution to that. You have earbuds that actually indicate very clearly that there is something playing. I love that. I think that is the most perfect use case for these. Not everyone's going to care about that, obviously, but it makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, we're also going to drag out... This is my first time actually using these things since I bought them. So, bear in mind, I'm going to have to go through a little bit of experimentation with them. But, I picked up some color management tools, which... Well, I'm going to have to light this anyway, so... I've got that, and I have a color checker. Both of these I want to get into the shot when it's time. This channel 1 and channel 2, that's CH1, CH2, they are audio channels. So right now, actually, can I turn this off? Because they are really annoying to me. Audio level display off. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, they're recording from the mics. The camera I have obviously has built-in mics. No big surprise there. I do have external mics for it, but they're not hooked up right now. And I was actually thinking about this earlier. I didn't get around to it, but I really should have actually set up... I should have really set up my wireless mics for this. That way, when I get up, I don't have to bring the mic with me. I mean, obviously, like, I could bring it out to here. You can still hear me. It's fine. Like, you know, this is full arm's length away. You can still hear me, but it's not as good as having me right here. So yeah, I should have thought about that. Well, I thought about it. I just didn't have time. And honestly, I'm not sure that they're charged. Okay. The other thing I need to do is get my light. This is such a jank setup. Okay, what I think we'll do is actually move this back a little bit. Set that there. So I'm not going for a super stylish photo with this. This is more of a, let's just try to get a good demonstration. So the cube, this is actually called the Datacolor Spider Cube. I think that's the right name. What it's for, when it comes to time for editing, there are 4 things on this cube. Okay, so up top, yeah, that's way too close. Let's back this up just a bit. That looks about right. Okay, so up top, do I have something I can use as a pointer so my fat fingers are not... Seriously, do I have nothing pointer-like handy? That's honestly kind of surprising. Huh. Weird. Oops. Move the mouse so it's not sitting over that button anymore. Okay, anyway. So the gray up here is a neutral gray. If you've ever used any editing tools that support white balance, this is the part that you click on when you want to say, like, here's neutral white, or, well, neutral gray. And if you click on that, the idea is it basically normalizes all of your color tint. You'll see. I'll demonstrate this later. The white is meant to be a white point. The dark part down here is meant to be sort of shadow, and you'll notice that there is a little, what's actually a hole in this thing, and this is what's called a black point. So the idea is, if you're doing adjustments, you can actually basically identify, or okay, let me rephrase. Think of in Lightroom or any raw processing setting, like any app that does raw processing, the gray point is going to be useful as neutral gray, but it's also your highlights. White is your white point. The hole is your black point. So these are literally whites and blacks. And then this part down here is your shadows. I think that's right. I might have that a little wrong. But yeah, they are meant to be sort of standards in the image that are sort of, I guess you could say, irrefutable. And then I also have... I'm going to have to do so much to line this up. Okay. I also have an actual proper color checker. And I'm going to have to look up how to actually properly use both of these in DaVinci, but we'll get there. But the idea for this is, instead of just being able to pinpoint what your correct gray point is, this is actually following a bunch of standards for colors. These are specific colors that are used in their for an exact purpose, basically. And you can line up a ton of different things and get them all color corrected. Do I need to do this? No. This is all overkill. Nobody is going to care that the colors are not technically perfectly accurate. Actually, I'm going to back this up. I'm already zoomed in. That's good. Oh, actually, do I want to be... Maybe I want to actually zoom out just a little bit more. I'm just getting closer. I can't quite decide what I want to do with this, because I'm going to run into minimum focus distance real quick with this. Okay, next song, what's going to play? Not into this one. I don't have to be listening to the music that's playing right now, but it's very convenient. it moved on to Congo's Hey I Don't Know. The song's okay, but I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Oh, by the way, okay, not that it's the most important, but I just discovered a great comedy channel on YouTube. Is this? Yeah, that's too close. Oh, it's gonna be a pain to actually orient this. Anyway, comedy channel is called Ninja Sex Party. They make surprisingly good music. It is bizarre, but it's awesome. It's full-scale nerd music, but it's perfect. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna try to line up, let's line it up kind of like that. Get that pinpoint sharpness. And then drop in a second one. Let's actually, before we proceed, actually wipe these things down, make sure they're as dust and ear gunk free as I can get them. Which, these things being glossy, so much more trouble than, so much trouble. Okay, so that's one down, and then try to get the other one. One of these, I also need to make sure I don't show one corner of it, because while I was walking into a store, one of these actually worked its way out of my ear, which these do not fit super tight. These are more like super comfortable, but they are nothing even remotely. I mean, they'd be fine for lightweight jogging and stuff, but they are not good for strenuous activity. They will fall out so easily in that case. Anyway, one of them fell out and went sliding across a parking lot, and it left a scratch on an edge somewhere. Which one is it? To be fair, if I can't spot it, that's probably an okay sign. And honestly, I don't remember where it was. No, that's not it. Well, I don't see it in the shot, so I'm going to assume it's okay. Okay, so then how do I want to... Exactly. Clone stamp to the rescue. Okay, I feel like some sort of... That looks stupid. I don't like that. Yeah, it's so easy when stuff hits concrete, man. It's there's not much, there's so little you can do about it. It just sucks. No, that looks bad too. I guess I could do something like this. By the way, what you're seeing right now, the color looks bad in live view. Once I color correct and grade this, it'll look a lot better. But I'm not going for, again, I'm not going for perfect on this. And this is actually my first time looking at it. I wasn't totally sure, but I was wondering if the LEDs were going to be in sync or not. They kind of are, but they're definitely not perfectly in sync. I wonder if that's just like stereo being different or something else. Anyway, let's get that perfect, or as close as I'm gonna get to a perfect focus. It's probably actually easier to focus with the words, they're escaping me, with the LEDs off, because I can actually get a better view of the logo. But okay, I think that's probably good. But yeah, anyway, I want to get this to kind of demonstrate the different modes. So first, oh, actually, let's try to get lighting a little nicer. Some things you're not going to be able to see super well in view, but obviously you can see them in the webcam. I'm setting up a white card to bounce some light back in. Is that even helping? Yeah, it helps a little. Not as much as I thought it would. Oh, I need to turn... That's why I need to turn this up a bit. And maybe not direct it right at them. Okay, so... Ah, there we go. That's more like it. Now I'm already planning to crop out some of the videos, so none of it, it doesn't really matter too much if I've got a few things kind of on the periphery. I'm just gonna use a lens to prop up the white card. And a hard drive. One of these days I'll actually get the proper tools to do this without using random objects. Okay, I'm gonna need to push that as far back as it'll go. Come on. Maybe a second lens to help hold up the white card. Okay, that gives me control, so cool. That works. That actually does work. Let's back this off. I'm actually going to redo focus here, but back that off a little bit. Scooch these forward. Okay. Pin that down. I know it's terrible, but I'm actually kind of using the little bit of dust that's still on them to focus. Yeah, I can hide. Screw it. I'll hide it if I am bothered by those. Okay, so I feel weird having it. There we go. Okay. That focal plane looks wrong. Just a little bit. Bring it forward. That's more like it. Okay. So that looks good. All right. So now starting the recording, it doesn't really matter too much if that's out of focus. It just needs to be in the shot at about the right point in lighting. And then we'll swap that out because we have several frames with that in play, and this is the most awkward sort of forced thing, but if I can just get my hand out of view, that kind of works. That is super not how this is supposed to be used, but it gives me the correct colors in view. That's all I'm going for. Alright, so a few frames like that should have, I believe, without blocking any of the light, so should be good. Now those can go out of the way, and at this point it's already recording, so I'm just going to allow several seconds of this to play. Super exciting, I know. Alright, now the part that's going to be kind of iffy, but we're going to try it. I now need to open the app to control the lights. Did it just switch songs? Is there a reason? Yeah, okay, it did. Okay, now I'm opening the app on the phone so I can control... Why did I hear a bing? That worries me a little. Anyway, so I'm now working on... Where's it at? There we go. Wait, what? There's a firmware update available. Good to know. I don't actually care right now. I just want to control the LEDs. Why? Okay. I have the app installed. It's telling me I don't. Okay. I may have to actually update the firmware in order to fix this. So, pausing the music. Let's update firmware. Hopefully this doesn't take forever. I wonder if I should put them in the case for this. I don't think so, but I already hit the button to start installing the firmware, so I'm not sure if that's actually a good idea. Yeah, this is all video, though at the moment nothing's going to change, so I'm just going to stop the recording. There's no purpose whatsoever in recording, just nothingness. And none of this audio is going to go into it. I'm just going to make a basically dead video, or dead silent video. It's going to get posted with the article. If this were old AP, might as well talk about this. I wanted to get to this a minute ago and I kind of forgot, or kind of got sidetracked. When you brought up putting GIFs into articles, and I said, no, typically I'll try to use Giphy or anything like that, then we just embed a video. The thing is, I'm not sure, but from what I understand, Giphy does not work correctly with our new Valnet system. So I actually have to embed a video, like straight from YouTube. I could be wrong. Maybe it actually does work and I'm just not sure. But yeah, we're Android Police is currently in workaround mode. Everything we're doing is in workaround mode. We have to fix all of it, all the time, constantly. It's fun. Anyone who had a good view just saw my eyes go crazy eyes for a second. Yeah, it's I don't. Well, I know Carson has worked with WordPress before, or I assume. David, I don't know if you have or not. But, yeah, so we switched away from WordPress for Android Police. Valnet has this custom system that they've been using with Make Use Of, Collider, Screen Rant, Game Rant. They all use the same thing. And it's not good. It's really not good. So, Carson, I'm not sure how much you ever necessarily needed to do some of this stuff, but here's a couple examples of things that we don't have working, or rather we don't have. It's not that they're broken, it's that they don't exist. We do not have the ability to drag and drop images into this new system. We can't upload images that way. We have to click buttons to start the upload process and pick the files from a file picker. Okay, that would seem like maybe not the worst thing in the world, but then you add in, we don't have, and I wish I was kidding, we do not have the ability to upload multiple images. We have to upload one at a time through a file picker. This is real. This is absolutely real. Supposedly multiple image upload, and I don't know if this is in drag and drop form or if we still have to pick them from a file system, but multiple image upload is apparently coming within the next week or 2 weeks or month. I don't really know, but it is in the works. Let's see what else. Publishing times have been upwards of, or from clicking publish to, well, we don't actually click a publish button but the thing that we have to do to publish a post, it can take as little as a couple of minutes. Like their metric is usually 3 minutes. It can take, in reality, it has taken almost an hour for articles to post from time to time. This is uncommon. Usually it's more like between 10 and 15 minutes. But we've had instances where it ran 30 minutes, a couple of times it's gotten up to an hour. Yeah, this is bad. I don't know if you ever used this. This was actually a feature that I'm a big fan of. If you select text in this new system, one of the neat things that WordPress allowed you to do was literally just hit Control or Command V, and you could paste a link. And if you're pasting it on selected text, it would actually just turn that text into that link. Really, really super convenient. It was a nice, fast little workflow thing. If you had 10 different things that needed to have links, this was so much faster. The new system, if you paste while a link is in your clipboard, all you get is the link. The URL. It replaces whatever you have selected. So that's a thing. Deliver It does not currently work with the new site. We, I guess, have some ability to have directed it to do so, but we're not. So instead, people have been basically told to fix, or to manually tweet or share to Facebook or any of the other services, which right now Twitter and Facebook are really the only ones anybody cares about, so that's a thing. But yeah, half the authors just don't bother tweeting because they would have to sit around and wait for the article to get posted before they can even do that much. So that's not good. what else? What was the other thing? Oh, geez. There's so much stuff. Oh, I mentioned this yesterday at the start of the game stream. I'm not sure anyone heard it. The movie post that I do, if you go look at it, you know what? I don't know. Maybe this has been fixed. I'm going to check that right now because even I don't know. But when I posted it and a full day later, it only had listings through... No, I can tell already it's the same. It has not been fixed. If you go look at my movie post right now, which if you had bookmarked before... Oh, yeah, this is another thing. Old redirects do not work. Period. Old redirects do not work. No exceptions, no ifs, ands, or buts. Old redirects do not work. So anyone who bookmarked the movie post, which was a very common thing from what I can tell, yeah, they're all getting 404s now because of the way that we handle dates in the URL. Valnet does not want dates ever in the URL, which I get that. There's a logical reason for it. It's not perfect logic, but there is practical logic behind it. So I'm okay with this. But yeah, so if someone does find the movie post though, which I bet the view count on this, I haven't looked, but I bet it's just abysmal compared to what it used to be. What is their logic? Okay, so here's the deal. By putting dates into the URL, the thing is, we update our posts fairly often. Not all of them, obviously. Only a fraction. But some of the posts that we put up on a... well, we change a fair number of them. We do what we call bump dates. Some sites call it republish. There are other terms people use, but basically the idea is we repost the same article but with changes. Anyway, the way Android Police used to handle this, we would actually change the URL, and the old URL would redirect to the new URL. The new URL would have the date of the repost in it, or it would begin with the date of the repost. Simple, straightforward, it just works. Not that challenging. Anyway, which from my understanding, it didn't matter. I guess we weren't actually using that date at all. Okay, according to this, firmware is installed. So is it gonna work now? Maybe I need to uninstall that app and try again. Who knows, I might have to reinstall both. Okay, so you're still connected. Let's force close you. Is that gonna help? Okay, reconnecting. So anyway, Valnet does not want publishing dates in the URL because, for one, they could be republished, and if they do and you don't change the date, then technically it kind of becomes a lie. It's maybe not ideal in a number of ways. Okay, there is something funky going on with this, and it's causing problems. How am I gonna fix you? This is weird. How about we go into settings real quick? Nope. That's not gonna do it. Why don't you want to start the app? You dum-dum. Okay, we're just gonna try reinstalling it. Library? No, not there. Okay. Is there no way to see your recently installed or previously installed apps? Did they take that out? I'm getting more and more fierce with the Play Store all the time. Okay, reinstalling the Razer Chroma RGB app. Anyway, so now here's the logic. Here's the part that's actually relevant to this whole discussion. With what's it called? With changing the URL the way that we do. Like, it's okay to change a URL from time to time, but Google, for SEO purposes, Google does not like it if you change a URL frequently. Now, I wouldn't say that we change it frequently, but in theory, we change it enough that it can be a problem. At least that's the thought, sort of. Okay, I've re-downloaded the app. Do I need to do something funky with this app now? Or should I just maybe... You know what? We're handling this a different way. I'm just going to install the app to a new phone, pair to the new phone, and be done with it. Okay, install that, install that. Okay, so we'll switch to the Pixel 4 momentarily. But we have... Okay, I'm going to have to put one of these back in the case to actually initiate the pairing. Anyway. So, yeah, they don't want us changing URLs anymore. Now, there's a whole other logic to this, and... or rather, they have a strategy, and I'm okay with that. I get why they want to do it the way they want to do it. I'm not objecting. It's just problematic. It's leading us to having tons and tons of problems, and I don't dig that. Let's put this over on this screen. Same with this one. All right, and... Pairing is triggered. Working on pairing. Yeah, Bluetooth is on. This is, you know, I've had relatively few problems with these Hammerheads. Funny enough that all of the problems are happening right now. This is hilarious. I mean, hilarious in not the good way. Okay, let's try... We'll force the connection. Okay. Pop in here. Try this again. I mean, I literally have them connected now, but the app is not picking them out. Do I have it configured as a different type of device or something? Carson. Yeah, so WordPress as software is free. WordPress the service is not. Sorry, WordPress the service is a freemium model, so you can use it for free, but they okay, let's feel like I'm gonna have to force these things into some sort of a reset or something. Yeah, so if you want specific features, then you can pay WordPress.com for to enable those features for you. But WordPress is just it's PHP software that you can install yourself for free anywhere, and it's fully featured that way. So it does work, though you have to do a lot of configuring to make WordPress actually a nice experience. Okay, for really real, it'd be great if you would work. How on earth is this giving me so much trouble now? Is there a way to reset these things? Because I feel like that's quickly becoming the strategy. Anyway. My God, come on. Okay. Closing the lid on those for a moment. I'm gonna have to look this up. There's got to be a way to reset these things. Oh, before I forget, the other issue, if you check my movie post, the last movie on the list is titled Madras. That's not important. What is important is this list normally would be the current week of movies that hit streaming services, plus 2 previous weeks of movies that hit streaming services, plus 2 more weeks of movies that just hit theaters but are not streaming yet, plus 2 more weeks of upcoming movies. The order, I think, is slightly different than that. I think it's upcoming movies than theatrical releases. Who cares? I put all of that into the interface. It's all there, but Valnet's system is not displaying the rest of it. For whatever reason, it just decided to stop after this movie. I've reported the issue. Apparently, this is a known problem. That's it. It's a known problem. They say that they're planning to fix it. Granted, it's a very long post. Word count is a problem on this. It is an extremely long post. So I understand that is an issue. And this doesn't happen to smaller posts. So, that's fine. But oh my God, come on. Come on. So yeah, there have been a lot of growing pains with this new system. And it's something. Anyway, whoa, hey, no, come on. Don't go to sleep. Move my mouse to the hot corner and it triggered. Okay, Razer Hammerhead hard reset. Can I do that? Or I guess factory reset. Let's try that. us into my main view. You guys or Carson's bringing up the Last of Us HBO set photos. I saw a couple of them that just were like sort of the headline images. I haven't looked at the whole thing. The one that stood out to me, and it's, do I want to try to pull this up and switch over? I guess I can. That's not too big of a deal. Let's see. There was one of them showing Pedro Pascal. Oops, I don't want to open that one. I don't want to open either of these sites. Screw those sites. They're awful. Okay. In the past week. That's good. Let's go to... I feel iffy about going to comicbook.com. I don't know if they're shady or not, but that's the one getting my click today. Oh. Wow, okay. So their site just isn't loading the images. That's the thing. But I did notice one other thing. Let's get the screen share set up real quick. Where is my browser? Where's it gonna be? There we go. Okay. I just noticed this. And this was a slight scroll further down the page from, I mean, not that I needed proof, but there was the first thing. But the very next article is about Amaranth getting banned again. And it's just, seriously, this girl has been banned from Twitch so many times now. Let's see, the 5th time? Honestly, I thought it was more than that. I'm a little in shock that it's only been 5. But yeah, I mean, how many times are they gonna ban her? At a certain point, they either just have to confess, no, they want to keep her here, or they're just gonna have to actually leave her banned. Like, seriously, there's got to be... there's got to be something that they can just consistently commit to. Anyway, so it is what it is. That's dumb. I saw Carson shared or put a link into... Oh, they're on Reddit. Okay, that eases things a little bit. Her content is so bad. You know, I can't fully judge or say because I think I've watched maybe like 5 minutes across maybe 2 or 3 times. I've opened her streams back when she used to be front page on Twitch recommendations like every day or every time she streamed. I opened it up a few times. One of those times she was in the process of setting up a dance video. She was going to play to a dancing game, and she was setting it up so she was setting up OBS, and I gotta hand it to her. This was actually kind of obvious. It was a smart thing to do, though. I mean, not super hard or anything. Just it was a clever idea, and I assume other people did it. But she was cloning herself and putting herself in as her own backup dancers. Which, I don't know. I assume other people have done this, but it seemed kind of clever to me. And then one time I opened up a stream and saw that she was doing ASMR. And just in watching her do ASMR, all I could think is, cool, I'm never going to visit this channel again. Because this looked bad even for ASMR. She just bought an overpriced mic, didn't know how to didn't know what to actually do with it. And she was just taking oddball objects and rubbing them against the mic and making very occasional sexual sounds. And that was on, I think, maybe 90 seconds. And it's like, cool, I'm done with this channel. Other than that, I've just seen her mentioned about 1,000 times in like other people's coverage of things that have happened with her. So I'm painfully aware of her. But anyway, so wow, is this just all? Oh man, they're gonna have to do so much to make the street look nasty. But anyway, yeah, so there's gonna be, though, somewhere there was an image, and this is kind of why I was looking it up on Google. I wanted to see somewhere there was a picture of Pedro Pascal like looking up towards a camera while holding a ladder. And that image looked so bad. It did not at all look like, it didn't look right in any way, shape, or form. Okay. I'll just try. Oh, it was fake. Okay, I saw it in the feed, and I took the 30-second, or not even 30 seconds, but I took a very, very brief moment to kind of look at it, look at the face, and go, wow, this is crap. I really hope the show doesn't actually look like this. It was from a BS site. Okay, that's good news. I was really dreading that being the case. Okay, so we're gonna switch views back because we don't need, not that this is the biggest deal, but I'm looking up how to factory reset the Hammerheads. Close lid, wait at least 5 seconds, take the buds out of the charging case, see if, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Tap and hold both earbuds for 6 seconds to activate pairing mode. That's not it. How about, I wonder if it's even possible. Okay. Oh, or maybe, okay. Oh. Wow. That's, okay, apparently the trick is to double tap and then hold. Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna work. Okay, it says it's in pairing mode. That's not what I was going for, but okay, at least we are pairing to the correct phone. trying to connect with the app. Maybe they need to be inside the case for a first connection or something. Trick is throw in the trash. That's harsh. Feel like movies and shows can't afford to nail all the little details. I mean, I agree. Device connected. Okay. We have liftoff. Maybe. Okay, this all worked recently. Why is it not working now? Oh, this is good news, though. I'm glad to see that worked. Remap. Okay, that's all fine, except that function just does not work. Okay, that's correct. But yeah, there's no way to fix this. Okay, just for reference, what's happening here. Let's switch to solo. Okay, so inside of the Razer app, I don't think it'll really focus, but down here at the bottom is this big block thing right here that basically says if you want to control the LEDs, yeah, then you install this app and will that fix the focus? Probably not. Anyway, I keep tapping on it, it doesn't go to the app. I have the app installed, but even if I uninstall it, which I'm doing that right now. Okay, so app is uninstalled. Go back in here just for formality. I'm going to force close it. Okay, so reopening, reconnecting. This kind of sucks because I have multiple modes that I was going to record. Technically, I have video of one mode, and that kind of helps, but they just asked me to review the app. Okay, anyway, it connected. Tapping this is supposed to open it to the Play Store so I can download the app. It does nothing. It just shows the beautiful animation that you've tapped it. So, good job, Razer. I will be complaining about that in the review. There are other things that I can forgive. This one is not going to be as easy. I wonder why it's doing that. Though that being said, Razer, yes, like someone else mentioned, Razer software is not the greatest. Okay, so that may actually be as much video as we're going to get of them in modes. I was going to switch modes because it actually looks... Oh, you know what? Oh, there's no way this is charged up. Okay, we're gonna try something though. Okay, I do have my old iPhone SE first generation here. That was an acquisition of sorts. Old and busted though it may be. Well, it's not actually busted, it's just old. But I wonder if I can get this to possibly work as an option. Because all I really care about is being able to control the lights. I can acknowledge in the review that there's a problem with the current software. That's okay. But I still want to be able to show what it's supposed to be like. And all this stuff was working a couple weeks ago. So, you know, that sucks. Reddit is littered with posts about the connectivity with a Hammerhead. That's not good. I have not had really big issues with it. I've had very specific issues with listening to music listening to music from my MacBook Pro every once in a while, and I kind of assumed that maybe this was more of an interference issue than an actual like problem with the headphones. But every once in a while it would kind of lose sync. Just for like blips of a moment, it would lose sync. So like sound is hitting one ear, sound into the other ear would be just momentarily like a half second behind, and then it would right itself, and then it might glitch out again, and it would do this for like a minute or two, and then it would usually just kind of self-correct, and then it'd be okay. Or sometimes I just pop them out, stick them in the case, close it, let it kind of reset, and then lo and behold, it's good again. Other than that, I haven't had any issues with these connectivity issues until today, evidently, and that's a software issue, not a wireless connectivity issue. Yeah, this phone is so low on battery. It's probably going to take 20 minutes for it to even get here. Not seriously 20 minutes, but still. Could I plug it into... I can speed this up. All right. Wire through. Plugging into an actual Samsung charger that'll give us at least a little bit more throughput. Still gonna take like probably 4 or 5 minutes to actually become functional. Okay, now what to do in the meantime? I guess I can return to trying to get it working. Okay, so just for giggles, I'm going to try switching it back to the original phone. All right, I'm in pairing mode. Oh, okay. It paired, and ironically it paired better than it's supposed to, which is ironically wrong. It's supposed to give me a dialog box saying, hey, would you like to pair to this device? So quick pair is maybe not implemented quite right. I'm not complaining, just acknowledging. Okay. But maybe if I do that, is that the problem? If that's the problem, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, I don't think that's the problem. Okay, trying this again. Because if this works, I'm going to laugh. I just gave the Razer Chroma app access to notifications. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, that worked. It worked in the wrong way. Oh, they changed the app. Okay, it worked in the wrong way, but it did work. Okay. No, this is not the Pro. This is the Razer Hammerhead 2021 edition. So they came out with the Razer Hammerheads in 2019. Then they came out with the Hammerhead Pro in 2020. They technically also have the Hammerhead X, which is their super budgety whatever version. And then they have now released a second version of the Hammerhead, which is the 2021 version. So yes, that is oh hey, I just spotted the scratch that's on this thing. Okay, how do I position it? Okay, so I think we're in business. Wait, is it still in pairing mode? Where's our... Oops, nope, wrong app. There we go. What else are we gonna play? Let's put on some... Yeah, a little John Newman. That'll work. Okay, now it's working. David, surprised the Razer gave up on the phone. Kind of liked it. I didn't pay very close attention to the Razer phone, but in a way I sort of agree. I didn't think it was the best thing per se, but I like what they were trying to accomplish. The biggest problem I think is this is kind of like which company do you want to try to accomplish a certain thing? I think there is actually a place for gaming phones, but I'm not sure Razer is the one that should be making it. It's kind of like there's a place for social networks. But let's be honest, Facebook should not be the one doing it. Likewise, maybe Google, not really the right company to do a social network. We already know Microsoft isn't. No offense, Microsoft, but seriously, guys, don't try again. That's a bad time. That focus feels really off. Oh, that looks... Okay, that looks good. Alright, so we have music play. We have not changed our lighting. Everything should be good now. If the ROG phone did so well, you could imagine the world, or there would be enough market share for Razer too. Yeah, I get that. That makes plenty of sense. Okay, so cool. I think really quick, let's Alright, looks like we're not peaking, which is good. Oops. Did not mean to press that twice. Alright, and... Okay, all that stuff should be fine. Yeah, the issue I see with it is I think there are other companies that can do a better job. Or maybe not, I don't know. The ROG phone, it actually did have the right idea behind it. I'm just not sure Asus really has their act together enough to pull this off. Phone-wise. Unfortunately, as much as it sucks, I think Samsung is in the best place to try to do this. Okay, let's get that recording. All right, I'm just going to let this record without bumping the camera for a solid, I don't know, 20 seconds. I want to give maybe I'll make it 30. I want to give myself enough time to cut it and have something to chop up. And then I'm going to try switching over to... Okay, that should be good. Okay, so I switched over to a different mode. This is called breathing mode. As you can see, it very promptly changed to just the in and out, the up and down. Maybe we'll change the colors though. Okay, so it should be going between teal and kind of pink orange. I don't think it's really doing that, so let's try between red and blue. Go with some real strong colors here. Okay, so there should be like a very distinctive red, which isn't going to show up too much otherwise. Okay, that works. One nice thing, when I tried changing these modes in the past, it would take, I kid you not, it would take, like, seriously, sometimes a few minutes for it to sync up. Now it seems to be almost instant. I'm okay with this. So, this is the breathing mode. We can pop over to spectrum. I don't know what this one does. The effect uses built-in color settings. I think it's just color shifting through the... It doesn't seem like it's... That seems the least interesting of all of them, actually. And then finally we have static. So you can just straight up pick a color, and that's it. So let's pop it over to red. Throw it to blue. It seems to bump to white for a second, which, whatever. That's fine, but... Go purple. Not that I think I'm going to use all these colors, but may as well have them. Throw it to yellow. And a little bit of teal again. Alright, that should give me enough to work with. Really quick though, I'm actually going to pop back over to this mode because honestly, I like the audio meter. The audio meter is awesome. And you can pick between having just a having it bounce between colors, or you can have it play a specific single color, which I guess to be right, it's got to be Razer's green, which by the way is the default. But anyway, so we'll let that play for a little bit. I gotta admit, I'm really suspicious about the fact that one side is really clearly dropping out more. I don't know if that's because the music is only playing to one channel for a second, but that's possibly a little problematic. Anyway, so that should be good. I'd say that gives us enough to work with. So recording stopped. I'm going to kill this light if I can find the power for it. Okay, white card out of the way. headphones up. Oop, as I put them in the wrong ears. But hey, now I can listen to music. The hell is playing? Oh. Don't You Worry, Child by Swedish House Mafia. Okay. That's weird. Now there is a very short delay between changing volume and the volume actually changing. So that's an unexpected side effect. Okay, we'll kill this camera. Switch over to me. Let's throw our lens cap back on. That's always a good move. Okay. We can pull these cables because we're not switching back to camera view after this. In fact, pull the camera off the tripod. I'll leave the mounting plate on for now. No harm in that. But now I can get this out of the way, which I'm actually kind of happy about because I've been leaning over the laptop, or sorry, leaning at kind of a weird angle this whole time. Okay, that's out of the way. More comfort. 5 generations of the ROG phone? Are you... I know it didn't make it to that. Are you saying it should have made it to that? I'm not quite clear. Okay, we can also throw the data cube back in its little protective sack. Because again, we're effectively done with all of these things. Color chart in its box. Okay, that all took so much longer than I thought it was going to. Okay, now my prop stand out of the... Let's put it up there. All right. Reflector out of the way. Okay. Now getting things into place so I can start actually doing some work on this stuff. Okay. So, by the way, how is everyone doing with the stream? Is this, so far it's kind of turned into random Ramblecast without being a conventional Ramblecast. Okay. Quickly closing browser tabs that don't need to be open. Let's move... Oh, hey, what is there anything in the gaming channel? Corbin. That's sort of what Asper did. They did a lot of Mac game ports and also ported some of them to Linux. I don't think he's getting that I'm making fun of that quote was just purely, yeah. I don't know that Corbin necessarily got that I was making fun of that guy's quote, because for somebody from Sony to say, hey, we want to expand our audience, and then somebody else comes along and it's like, oh, hey, they want to reach way more people, they want to reach like 10 times the number of people, I bet that means they're gonna shoot for PC gamers. Guys, dude, like, no. PC gaming has, like, nothing against it, it's big, it's important, but PC gamers do not represent the large majority of gamers. And like, they're significant for sure, but it's not like you're adding huge numbers. And it's not because the numbers wouldn't be larger. Obviously, lots and lots of people have PCs. It's that most of them don't have PCs that can handle a modern Sony PlayStation game. I'll tell you right now, in all honesty, if you were to take The Last of Us Part 2, and we're talking about a game that's previous gen console, you try playing The Last of Us Part 2 on a PC, I bet it'll do okay, but it's not going to do wonderful. Not unless you've got a good video card in there. I'm not talking about a PC that's actually decked out for gaming. I'm talking about a PC that is what you get from Dell. I'm talking about a PC that is what most people still have lying around from 5 years ago. These would handle games like crap. This is not how you get a much larger audience. It helps, but I hate to say it really isn't. If they want to get a much larger audience, Sony's, man, I hate saying this, but Sony should probably be pushing its games to like iOS, because that's where they're going to have the performance to meet the requirements, and it has a huge audience. It is so cringy to say that. The mere fact I can even point to a mobile device and OS, and I'm like, yeah, that's where you can have the high-end gaming performance that you need. The PC market is so bad right now. No. The track that, oh, did I end up in like a, oh, okay, I ended up with all the video versions of these tracks. I just had Avicii Hey Brother playing, and I was getting weird conversations in the video, and it's like, wait, what, why? Oh, it's the video version. Just for giggles. Ninja Sex Party. I don't know how long I'll be sticking to this. It's novelty right now, and they're not even like new videos. I don't think they've published anything in a while, but they're hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, I don't see anything wrong with what Sony said, or the guy from Sony, but yeah, I don't know that they're gonna reach anything unless they're just straight up like they're not going to maintain their exclusivity stuff anymore. That's how they change this. Okay, how am I gonna fudge? Oh, yeah, I can disconnect that now. Okay, so connecting the camera so I can move footage off of it. Okay, and in the meantime, I need to set the new... Screw you, Lightroom. Don't take over. I did not tell you you could do that. It's actually a bad idea to switch to this song. It's too many lyrics. No. 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 Yeah, okay. We'll let that play for a minute. Songs with too many lyrics start getting distracting really easily. Let's bring gaming to Chromebooks. I see the /S, but I'm not sure how much you're joking. Chromebooks not for gaming. Hashtag Chromebooks not for gaming. Okay. Just so I don't accidentally have a crash landing in a minute, I'm moving this light too. Okay. So let's pop open this. Wait, do I have... Yeah, good, I have free space. I thought a little too late about that one. Let's pop into that folder. Video. Okay. Now we need to open the camera. Open all the folders, because that is the much faster way to find what I'm looking for. And wait, seriously? Yeah, okay. These ended up big boys. 1.3 gigs and 1.7 gigs for the two videos. The first one, admittedly, I got a bunch of dead air for just no reason, so that's my fault. But the second one, it's funny how quickly videos get massive. You're telling me go rogue and start email office chair companies for a chair to review? Is the creaking killing you? Believe me, I get it. Which actually, that reminds me, I need to, or I want to reposition that so I'm at least sitting a little lower in the chair. Creak, creak, creak. Okay, now while files are moving, I need to... I don't know that this is really the right thing to do, but I'm gonna try just moving all of my windows out of the way and then sharing the desktop instead of can I leave that down there safely? Okay, I'm moving everything over so I can just capture the screen. It just seems like the smarter move. Okay, Discord out of the way. Okay, so we already have Lightroom open. Is this... Why is this not going to the edge? There we go. Kind of my fault. Ish. Okay, cool. So, desktop capture. And... why isn't it working? Oh, that's why it's not working? Huh. Okay. I can nudge... Yeesh. Okay. We're just gonna turn off comments on this view. Which looks kind of dumb, but bear with it. Okay, so we'll switch to video. Actually, no, you know what? I'll do that now. Do I want to do that now? Okay, really quick. So we're going to start up DaVinci. Okay. Just making sure I've got things kind of organized and set up correctly. I don't love it. It's okay. Here's the thing. For whatever reason, we have a new... One of the things that we're supposed to do with reviews is we're supposed to put in a gallery. So not just good photos, but we're also supposed to just kind of fill with more junk photos. That came up after I had already taken the photos that I wanted to take. So I may end up taking a few more just kind of junk photos. Anyway, so I took this as kind of a random thing, and I'm thinking I might use it as a bit of a junk photo. But the others that I'm kind of hanging on, I'm thinking about using this one as my hero image. I have this one as sort of a kind of how the buds fit into their case. This one's going to require a lot of cleanup, but it's just sort of an artistic, here's what's, here's how long the sticks are kind of shot. I was thinking about kind of closing on this one, and then this might just be, I don't know, something to fit in there. So yeah, these were basically the 6 shots that I had picked out. I honestly don't like any of them. I don't feel like this is anywhere near the best shots that I've taken, but it's sort of what I could get out of these, because glossy surface, a glossy surface combined with all black, no color except for the LEDs when they're going off, like that's a little hard to work with. It's not impossible, but there's only so much you can kind of do with that. So yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Okay, let's... Of course. I've been checking for updates for ages. And now it wants to tell me, hey, you could get an update. Okay, but let's fix this to be... next thing they'll be paying for scoops. So the filler photos, I don't fully have a problem with the filler photo thing. I feel like it's a time waster. I don't think that this is a bad thing in terms of like, oh my god, look at the terrible thing that they're doing. It's more just we can get 5 really great photos, or we could waste our time getting 20 mediocre photos. And I don't know how much this is a requirement versus maybe just something that they kind of recommend, but it seems like their review format intentionally has this gallery in it, and you're supposed to fill the gallery with something, and it needs to be more than like 2 images. So if I'm spending a bunch of time like that, like if I'm spending time on it, I'd rather spend my time making a few good images than a bunch of, like, a whole stack of similar or pointless images to go with it. And I don't know. I figured I'm going to submit the review and try to avoid actually using that gallery at all. I don't know if that's actually possible, but I want to try. Though I don't know what's going to happen with the fact that we actually cannot have 2 images side by side. That's also another thing. We can't have 2 images side by side. Oh, I hate this system so much. It makes no sense to me that it is the way it is. Okay, I'm gonna hop into studio mode with this one and try to... How do we want to go about this? Oh, I'm gonna have to... let's constrain this differently. Where's DaVinci? There we go. Okay, this could be a problem. This is what my widescreen is going to do to this. So I think what's going to happen if I do this? It's a little better. Okay, we're almost there. Actually, I don't need to get this perfect, but... Oh, hell, in fact. Actually, let's extend it like this, because you don't need to see that last panel. Not that you need to see any of these panels, per se, but... Oops. Why did... Windows just keep popping up? Okay. Let's find where I drop those images. All right. Okay, cool. And we'll drop in the final one that we're actually going to use. Really quick. Alright, gonna pop into edit mode just so I can zoom out on the timeline. Did white balance? No, white balance didn't change. For a second I thought it did. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do... Oop. Let's pop back into... Okay, so that should be the lighting level right there. I'm kind of tinkering because I've never had to do this workflow before. So I'm popping into the color tab. gonna kind of have to live with this being a little awkwardly shaped. But, alright, now how do we do this? I should have, see, this is the thing. I should have absolutely looked into this much, much earlier. We don't need to mess with the qualifier, but we do need... Looks like you're tripping. Okay, so what you actually see down here, if I reposition this a little bit, in fact, I'm actually going to move that up. Okay, so I think I will also hide my webcam for just a moment. So what you're seeing from left to right, there's the color warper. This is a tool that basically you can use to sort of adjust as big segments of color. You'll notice that the color of the wood is going from green to red as I adjust these. So yeah, that's what that tool can do. Technically, all of these tools do something to that effect. Okay. Did that reset? Yeah, that reset correctly. To the right of that, this panel here basically gives you the ability to control where this stuff is happening. So you can limit it to, like, if I wanted, I could set it to just affect, or I can pick like what things are going to be affected. And you'll notice that in the color warper, there's a little dot that's jumping around and kind of following stuff. So let's say I wanted to change that yellow to something else, then I can do this. I mean, technically everything else that's a similar color in the image is also going to get picked up, but you'll notice it is predominantly just changing that. Undo all those. And there are... DaVinci is literally famous for all of its color correcting capabilities. Like, this is a million times better than any other thing on the market. At least to my knowledge. Hold on, I need to fix my headphones a little bit. We're gonna switch to... I want to turn off the ANC. There we go. Actually, maybe I don't. Let's go to ANC off. Or sorry, ANC on. What am I saying? Yay, fan noise is gone. And then over to the right of that tool panel, this part, this is called your scopes. So they basically show you how much red, green, and blue is actually in your image. You can change how this is displayed. This one is funky. This is super, super bizarre to look at. The neat thing about this is it is showing me right now that my color temperature is definitely off. I can tell that because how do we do this? Window. I think this is... I think I'm using this wrong. But we're just going to quickly adjust it to here. Okay, no, I'm definitely using it wrong. Which is the thing that lets me... Tracker? No, that's not it. Blur key sizing? That's not it. One of these things lets me just pick a specific part of the screen to focus on. Okay. Well, while we're here, this color match, by the way, that's what this is for. Okay, so this should be... Oh, I was holding it upside down. That's a little awkward. Okay, so how do we... That's wrong. This is the color checker 24. How did I do that wrong? I feel kind of dumb for that. So what I need to do... Let's flipped. Okay, back to here. Oh, I'm gonna need to flip it again. This time that way. Normally, the color checker should actually be further away, so this is not ideal, but it is what it is. We're gonna live with it. Yeah, that auto match is wrong. How do I place the locations? I've seen this done exactly one time, so I am definitely doing it not wrong. I just don't know how to do it. Okay. See, we're doing it live. We're doing it live. DaVinci. Spider. Checker. Color match. Okay. Just pulling up a video to quickly watch how it's being done. I have a feeling... Oh wait, is this just pure promotional? You're not going to show me how to actually do it? Oh, that's an old version anyway. That's useless. This should be good. Alright. There we go. Oh. That's not going to be a good idea. Wait. Yeah, okay. If I zoom the desktop, it's going to go screwy. I should just window capture instead. Okay. Anyway, so I'm watching... Oh, okay. So we switch this. That makes so much more sense. Color chart. Okay. So we just need to line this thing up within acceptable limits. Whoop. Okay, so wait a second, did I? No. Something is not seeming right there. Obviously, I've got way too many boxes for what's in here. Did I? I didn't crop off a row of these, did I? I'm gonna feel pretty dumb if I did. Okay, yeah, I definitely am missing part of a row. Why is that? Okay, let's try moving this video forward a little bit. I'm gonna feel really dumb if I made that mistake. Just playing forward. I swear I saw it in frame. Good job for me to screw this up. Okay. I did. I left a whole row out. I feel dumb. Okay. Well, maybe that'll be enough. Yeah, I screwed up. I screwed up real bad. How did I do that? I swear I watched it. Okay. Yeah, so this may actually go horribly wrong because of that. Ugh, now I have a thing flying around my head. I'm doing great. Okay, so... Alright, quickly watching the video to make sure that... Alright, source gamma should... Oops. Just pulled the plug when I didn't mean to, but oh well. Okay, let's double check. Okay, so we should be coming from Scanner 3 Cine. Is that going to be close? I actually don't remember what that's close to. Damn it. There's multiple things in this workflow that I need to still work out. Okay, we're going to give a shot to 709. Oh no, it can't be. Can it? I don't know. Okay. Let's just see what happens. Okay. So, did the match. How's this gonna look? Alright, if we switch this to off, how does this look if I compare it visually? Not perfect, but not too far. Well, okay, some of these are super unsaturated, but how does it actually look in footage? Oh, and we have to switch back to... That does look a lot better. Okay, it's screwy, but I can kind of live with this. Wonder if I should have turned down the brightness a little more on the earbuds before trying to do that. I don't know how well that works, because it wasn't really working before, but... I'm pretty okay with this. And I'll work on correcting the color against the data cube from this part. I'll work on doing that a little bit later. Though that does look pretty spot on. But the scopes do show it's wrong. Let's see if I... There is a way to fix this. How do you fix this again? Independent channels, that's what it was. So if we bring... That was weird. Okay. Alright, what I'm trying to do is... Oh, come on, I can't move my mouse all the way to the... Alright, we're gonna just nudge this over a little. There, that fixes it. I want to try to get each of these colors to line up. We're gonna just fudge these together just a little bit. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Yeah, some of these are still off, I think. Okay, what is the... How do you disable a node? Node color, no. Yeah, the brown is off. It's a little too green. I think if I budge it down there just a tiny bit, that looks about right. That's pretty close to what it actually looks like in real life. Ish. Yeah, I really do need to get my workflow down with this, because it is a little janky. But to be fair, I'm kind of doing this part for fun because I can. That is a key detail here. I really do not have to actually get it right. Because this is just about showing that it's a thing happening, not actually getting perfect color. Okay. Quickly changing song. Oh. Foo Fighters Learn to Fly, yes. Winner. Okay, but how the hell do I... Can I just do this? Will this work? No. Alright, how do you disable... Oops. DaVinci, disable color node. Command D. Okay. Alright, so popping back and forth between the corrected and uncorrected. This is the original. This is corrected. Original. Corrected. This is pretty good. It looks a little too warm. I can see that. How about if we... Okay, how about... Yeah, this looks better. The scopes line up too. Okay, and if I pop over to this, there is... Oh, I don't want to try to find it. So, by the way, what I'm looking at here, just for reference, if you see the white and the gray, what I'm doing, by the way, I guess I could actually turn my webcam back on. If you look to the white and the gray on the cube, I'm looking at those, and then I'm comparing them against what you see down here in the scopes. Because this top line... that you see my mouse kind of hovering over, that corresponds to this spot right here. Or should be pretty close to it. And then you see the gray spot up here. That should correspond pretty closely to this. This spot that I'm kind of wiggling the mouse over. Likewise, there are two similar lines over here that represent the gray and the white on this spot. That's what I'm trying to balance this against. I want those to look the same. You like the original more? To be fair, I'm mostly... Oh, damn it. Come on. Give me the right tool. Ah, okay. Really? I feel like this looks dead. I mean, for starters, this is just the wrong color for the wood. I mean, the wood is actually, like, it looks zombie-ish in this. But with this one, the wood looks correct. It still looks a little drab in a couple spots that just aren't right. But now the trick is you actually do another color grade. So the... damn it. I have only tinkered in the screen a little bit in the past, so my experience with it is super, super minimal. Color, nodes, add serial node, I believe. And this can be used as... So your first node, ideally, is a color correction node. This is where you go in and try to get things accurate, and then you do a second node that is supposed to be your, like, color grade. This is where you add your own touches. You just like the blue tint more? Okay, I mean, that can be a thing. Let's see, if I'm doing anything with this, let's... Can we, what? Yeah, okay. Link. That hits them all back in. Alright, so what I want to do with this one... I'm so used to doing this in Final Cut, I never actually learned how to do it with DaVinci. Not properly. Okay, so at this point... Oh, I think I'm supposed to actually correct the lift, gamma, and gain a little bit before doing the color match, but oh well. So from here, you can kind of start tweaking colors to your liking, or if you're trying to accomplish a specific look. To be honest, I'm not sure I actually want to, though. That's kind of the thing. So what I'm going to end up doing with this... Alright. Are these colors actually going to work across both? Quick check of that one. Okay, I want to check because this could be kind of dumb if it doesn't. I know it can be fixed, I just don't know how. Yep, okay, the color correction I did in the first part is not applying to the second part. So, how do we... I think... Is this literally a copy-paste situation? It might be. No. Okay, how do we do that? Okay, so I've selected that. I should have just done this as an adjustment layer. Okay, so popping back in here. Yep, okay. All I had to do was copy and paste. Okay, so now I have my color corrections in place. Really quick. Yep, these are the different modes that I popped it into. So the first, that was with music playing in spectrum mode. Let's see, somewhere right. Why is the time code wrong? Or I guess it's not wrong, but it's kind of close. It must be applying the time code from the first video. I guess that would make sense for the color correction page. Now I have cranberries playing in my ear. Or sorry, cardigans. Not sure why I went to cranberries with that. Yep, okay. All this is correct. Cool. So, what I need to do now is actually... I'm doing this all out of order. In theory, let's see. I'm going to bring this up just a little bit. In theory, if you're doing things correctly in DaVinci, you actually start in the cut page, then you switch to the edit page. The two of them are actually pretty similar. You can do a lot of the same stuff, but cut is really fast for like being able to sweep through and swipe stuff very quickly. So like I can just quickly chop off that first chunk. I can like I can move the playhead by just swiping on the trackpad. And that way, like, I can get to a specific spot that I want to go to, pop into the, or I can hit Command B to immediately cut the track right here, which I don't actually want to do there. But, yeah, there are a bunch of hotkeys for quickly chopping up everything. And then switch to the edit page. This is where you can, be more precise about everything. You can start messing with your audio a little bit, line different things up, which notably we're actually going to unlink the clip. Oop. There we go. Damn it. No. There we go. We're not putting audio in this. So, actually, though, I think I'm going to leave it for the moment. Because if I need to, I actually have the audio track of me saying what modes I was in. I mean, it's really straightforward. I'm going to be following a specific process for the app anyway, but yeah, the color correction is insane in this app, but it's why it's an industry standard. Honestly, it really is. Then I'm not going to be doing any of it with this video, but, well, probably not any of it with this video. But then they have what's called the Fairlight tab, or sorry, Fusion tab. I'm spacing. The Fusion tab is for special effects. So this would be for things like, just as an easy example, it would be for putting in text. So we'll pop to text. Blammo. Cool. So I can throw a label on here. I can actually do time tracking with it. You can animate location. So let's see. Nope, not tracking. I didn't want tracking. Where is the... keyframes? I'm gonna have to look at this again later. My experience with DaVinci is still pretty limited. I've done a few things with it, but I've mostly been chopping things up. But you like the bluish white balance? I mean, that makes some sense. It is, you know, there are certain looks that are classic, like sci-fi, if that's kind of what you're already attuned to. Or for that matter, I mean, if you've already been watching the video, you've been seeing everything in kind of a semi or partially colored look. Whereas I want the finished product to look a lot more colorful. So, which this still looks... Is this uncolored? Yeah. That's interesting. So the color grade is actually not applying in Fusion, which is fine. But yeah, this is what it's supposed to be. That's really interesting. I did not actually realize that Fusion did that. Huh, okay. Anyway, then technically you're supposed to do the color after doing all of your edits. Then you can pop into Fairlight. This is where you can do all of your audio editing. And Fairlight by itself could actually be like a full hardcore thing. And then they have the delivery page, which is where you can do your outputs. I'm actually going to mess with this stuff later because I don't really have enough time to spend on it too much more now. Instead, what I'm going to do is swap over to back to Lightroom. And I should... Okay. If we make... There. That kind of works. Okay, so I want to go through and actually fix these images before finishing the video. Though really quick, we're gonna save the video. Razer Hammerhead 2021 LED sample. Okay. And I won't actually use the tablet quite yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that because I still want to finish up at about 8 o'clock and we're getting close to that. But I do want to tweak some colors some more on all of these images. I already did a lot to this one. Anybody looking at the settings over here, you can already see I already did a lot of tweaking. Let's see, what is the... I cannot remember any of my hotkeys right now. What was the thing for hiding adjustments? Wait, it should be... There we go. Okay. This was the before and afters of them. Obviously, I raised some of the contrast. I really brought out the Razer logo. Leaves just look a little bit more lively. Hey, Carson, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, this one, I'm not sure how much more I really want to tinker with this. Probably going to leave it mostly the way it is. And that's the thing. I don't love this image. And this is, right now, this is kind of what I have to go with for my hero image. Every place I shot, everything I did for these, I just could not find a good look. But yeah, it came out at least all right. I don't know if I can fix... Can we do a little bit of noise reduction on this? We can. Okay. Can I use a color card for photos? Is there a similar process? Yes, absolutely. In fact, in theory, well, not in theory, it's absolutely a thing. You can use both the color card and the cube for photos. With the cube, or the process is a little bit different, and I would even say it's actually better with video than it is with photos, but how to say it, there is a process for doing it with both. With photos, what you would do more often than not, and I probably should have had a sample image or something ready for this, but yeah, with photos, typically what you're going to do is literally just use, if I do this right, yeah, this section up here, you would, in theory, isolate a piece of your image, and you would match it up against... You would do what I was kind of doing before with the scopes. You would try to actually line things up so that white is where white's supposed to be, black's where black's supposed to be. You actually turn on these guides, which show you what's called peaking. Right now on this image, if you see blotches of... Well, the blotches of blue, this is where the image is so dark it actually goes into losing detail. Basically, it's what's called clipping black. So that's what you would use on the cube in... let's see. Get back into solo mode real quick. So in the cube, remember I was talking about how there's this little dot for black point. What you want to do is get just the black point to show up as these going to be bouncing back and forth here, and it's going to look all kinds of janky. You want the black point to be showing up as blue, but nothing else. You also see there are splotches of red right here and at the very top left. That's where it's so bright that the image has actually gone to blown out. It's white. So it's clipping in the white, or not white channel, but it's clipping your light in those spots. You want, in the cube, you want the whites to be just short of clipping. In theory. Now, there can be differences here depending on your environment, but basically that's what you're shooting for. It basically gives you that guideline because nothing should be wider than the white in this cube. Which, of course, isn't entirely true. Ignore that. That's a little bit of a partial truth. Again, the gray is just for kind of pinning down color temperature, and the black that is not part of the light trap, that black hole, that is the part you still want to be able to see detail, but you don't want it to be like bright. Let's see. So yeah, that's for the cube. And again, the color checker can be used, or the card can be used. Both of these are, there's a process for both of them, basically. Let's see. So, but I did not, by the way, I did not have either of these when I took any of these pictures, so I didn't use them. So color correction did not really happen here. Whether or not it needs to, again, I'm one of the few people who cares enough to even try to do this stuff. Most tech reviewers do not bother with any of these steps. It's just not something they do. Okay, I gotta change my music. Pretty Fly for a White Guy is not gonna last for me. Oasis Champagne Supernova. Okay. You can play. Alright, anyway, turning off the blown highlight indicator because we're going to be cropping this down anyway. Just because it's likely to end up at least... Gotta play some Eminem. I mean, that's a possibility. Oh, wait. I have to fit this to a aspect ratio. This is another thing. I can't believe I'm actually going to have to do this. I wish I was kidding at this. This is the aspect ratio we've been instructed to use. 2:1. So let's see. I want to give this a little bit of height. This is the aspect ratio we're now supposed to use for Carson. Thank you. Yeah, 2:1. Not 16:9. Not even, I don't know, there are a few others, but yeah, we've been instructed to use 2:1, which is funny because, okay, we're switching views again. Why? I have no idea. None. Literally none. Because, let's see, am I on the right? Okay, switching out of studio mode for a second, make sure I'm capturing the right window. Wait, what? Why is this showing the wrong thing? Oh. That's why. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Looking for the DaVinci window. Okay, so this is... Alright, I'm gonna have to fix this aspect ratio big time. Because something is... It loves to do weird things. So we're gonna... Okay. Nope. Let's... Screw it. We'll just do this. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, so we have this featured section up here, which, okay, you know, this is fine, but look at that. Obviously, this is not 2:1 crop. This is almost, I mean, it's not 1:2, but it's something. The third article. Here's the thing. Have you read it? I actually like the post. The post is good. That particular choice of image, I'm not sure works out super well for it, but the post is actually good. This is Rita's... Let's see. Is that known? I don't know what's been announced now. Anyway, but Rita's doing this as, you know, kind of a goofy, fun thing. And it's all the stuff she's forced her husband to do. But, okay, so this is the hero image, which is obviously not 2:1. It's 16:9, maybe 16:10, something like that. It's not square, but it's not super, super wide compared to what it should be. But then we go to the main page, and it's cropped like this in this featured section, which is not great. That's kind of a pretty severe crop. And then we come down here. Oh, is it not even in this? I hate this site so much. It doesn't even show up in the list of things. The latest is not the latest. It never is. Okay. Anyway, as you can see, everything is just being cropped weirdly. It's different cropping with each thing. This... Actually, this may have been intentional. Let me see. Is the watermark? Yeah, the watermark actually touches the edge. So this is apparently the way it's supposed to be. But we've been specifically instructed. I'm dead serious. We've been instructed to use 2:1. Just hero images. Yeah, it's... any other image is supposed to be whatever. I don't even understand what the hero image decision is about, because nothing on the site actually is 2:1 or 2:1. Nothing. We've looked. We can't find anything that's supposed to actually be 2:1, but that's what they told us to use. Oh wait. That almost looks 2:1. That's the weekend poll. Is that in? No, it's not. Okay. It kind of looks like this widget here is cropping everything 2:1. Yeah, like... It's still not quite... Oh, wait, maybe it is. 3 weeks with Microsoft Windows. That's... Yeah, it is cropping 2:1 there. You can tell because in this image, you have basically the entire trackpad, except the tiny little, very barely cut off bottom corner. and it goes all the way up and has a little bit of space above the screen. And coming over to this one, it clearly does it, like it's cutting over half of the trackpad off, and it's only got a little bit of this little tiny bit of space above the screen. So I think this might be where it's cropping 2:1. This one weird sidebar widget. What are they doing to our site? You don't understand how articles in the black box are chosen? Neither do I. They've just said that they have some automated system that's figuring it out. Or I think it's automated. Honestly, I don't know. To some extent, I still wonder if maybe they're just... It's not even automated. I think they might just be, like, curating it, and we don't know. It's tough to tell. Check the top comment on the Chrome thing. I'm sort of by best, I guess. How do you write an entire post on this and not even mention which Chromebook you were using or the specs? Oh, good job, Carson. Wait, before I upvote that, who wrote it? Manuel. Okay, I'm not going to upvote it. Just know that in spirit, I upvoted. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the site. I want to, but I think they need somebody whose sole job it is to really just sit down and prioritize everything that's going to happen, to focus entirely on solving the issues and get it up to a good working condition, and then after that we can start talking about other stuff. But yeah. Oh my god. Nice comment though. Gotta admit, I'm a little surprised he didn't mention it, but I guess technically there are two pictures. You could probably suss out which Chromebook it is, but still. Does it have a label anywhere? I don't see one. Like a model. Oh. You can't really make it out, but there might be something in the top right corner there. Still. Yeah, probably should have been mentioned. HP makes quite a few Chromebooks. They do. Actually, isn't I could be wrong, but I think HP is probably like the #1 producer of Chromebooks right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but I can't think of anybody else who's pumping them out quite as heavily as HP. To be fair, I don't follow Chromebooks at all, so I'm guessing. Like, that's deep guess territory more than anything. Lit, my own worst enemy. I'm not saying the song is good, but I love the song. Okay. All right. Anyway, so it's funny because this was supposed to be a photo edit, and editing photos has been almost not at all part of this stream. um, let's see. I'm probably going to have to come back and clean this one up a lot. Because I do know, like, I've got a lot of specs. Shooting outside is just a cursed act. But a lot of dust. I had not put these anywhere near my ear when I shot these photos. And there's still dust, and you can see, it's not fingerprints, but you can see just like the back touch area of this looks dirty. So I may do a little bit to try to clean that up. Let's see. I think I got this about as denoised as I can do. I could probably clean that up a little bit more. Can I... What's going to happen if I tweak? Yeah, that's not changing anything visible. Oh, hey. That's too much, but that actually cleans up. Oh, that cleans up so much of it. Okay, we're actually going to take advantage of the noise reduction to cheat pretty big. How does this affect the rest of the image? Let's just pop this up to about 50. It normally does not do this much to it. I like where this is going, though. To actually look at the case, honestly, it looks smoother than this. That actually cleaned up way more than noise reduction normally does. I'm happy with that. I'll have to clean up a couple of specs up here, but nothing too bad. Did I ever consider a career as a graphics designer? Fun fact, when I went to, not orientation, but when I went to a tour of the college that I ended up going to, I specifically asked them about a graphics design major, or at least a minor. And to put it lightly, they looked at me like, what are you doing here? Why are you asking? You should go. At that time, graphic design was not something you could get in any college anywhere near me. I'm sure colleges existed that had it. I just couldn't afford to go to any of them. So I went for programming, which I wanted to do too. Like, that was not a compromise situation. That was just I wanted to have experience in both, or training in both. And yeah, there was no concept of doing that sort of thing where I went. Not at that time. Maybe there is now, I doubt it. They're a very tech-oriented college, so that was not going to be a thing. Yeah, so I did want to do that. It just was not headed. It was not a viable option at that time. Funny enough, before college, I was actually doing mostly like graphic design, image editing work. I pirated a copy of Photoshop that was current at that time, which pretty early version of Photoshop, mind you, super early. And yeah, I was just doing a ton of stuff back then. Sadly, kind of fell out of it for a long time, and then later got back into it, obviously. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so really quick, taking one look back at this image, I'm thinking, let's see, is there anything else I want to do before I call this a Photoshopable image? This probably is blue because of the blue sky. Part of me sort of wants to tweak down the blue, though. Okay, that would be way too much, but... What if I bring down the blue just... Oh, that instantly turns it so yellow. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's instead... I'm not going to be able to get... I'm not at all going to be able to get that there. I actually like the look of this with just a touch of magenta in there, but it also looks super, super fake. Bringing this down a nudge, though, that does look a little more accurate. Okay. We're going to leave it with that little tiny tweak, because that does look a lot cleaner. Let's instead drop in here. Let's turn down the saturation on the blue. Oh, yes. Okay, we can grab it with this. Sometimes it does work, sometimes it doesn't. So if we bring it down just a little bit... And we need to bring it down more than that. Yeah, okay. This looks much better. Because this case has... It is a black case, like just pure black. It has no actual color tone to it. I don't mind if it's obvious that there's a little bit of reflection here, but I don't want this area up here to just be blue because sky is above it. Surprised they still have me writing the movie post. So the movie post has actually been not like the top performer. Not far from it. Certainly not the top performer. But every single week prior to switching over to Valnet, and I just don't know what it is now, but prior to switching to Valnet's system, the movie post was just reliably every single week was one of the top performers. It usually, like, I don't know, a few, somewhere down in the top 10. Or maybe top 20 on a really good week. But Valnet's going to move me to Screen Rant. No, they won't. They could try. It's not going to happen. Frankly, I just don't see much chance Screen Rant's even going to be that interested. Really quick, do we want to tweak any of the other colors here? No on yellow. What about orange? No. I'm expecting nothing out of red. Green is... We can go ridiculous. Not going to do that, but... We can also bring down the aqua. Now the case looks a little more correct. Purple should have no effect. If it is, I don't see it. Magenta's... Nothing. Okay. I didn't think so. Anything in luminance? Oh, wait. No. We don't even need to mess with those. Yellows. Yeah, I'm happy with where that was. The greens... I actually kind of want to bring the greens up a little bit. Yeah, I don't see Screen Rant happening. Not that there's any reason I shouldn't be there per se, but what, you know, if anything, I would sooner see them saying, "Hey, let's just republish this article on Screen Rant too," because they can do that. Oh wait, is that possibly? No, that's not. There's some weird color stuff happening. Oh, I wonder those... I don't know what's happening with those leaves. Might have to... No, I'm not going to screw with them. Okay, let's... I'm happy with where that's at. Nothing in, it's going to be in purple and magenta. Okay, and then quick look. What if they did it the other way around? What do you mean? What other way around would be a thing? Ooh, wow, that's doing some real fun things to the colors. Okay, I think we're just going to leave that as it is. Okay, so I think I'm happy with this image. Popping over here to this one, which is going to need like no changes. Oh, wait, I already changed this one. I didn't realize. Yeah, I already did white balance on this, so... I mean, this is sitting on a not perfectly white tile, but it's a pretty bright white tile. Let's see. Probably publishing Screen Rant stuff on AP. I can't see why. There would be no purpose for that one. Because most of Screen Rant stuff just doesn't fit the audience at all. Like, they don't want to mess with that part. So yeah, I don't see much chance that's happening. Okay, let's switch back to this view. Yeah, I'm not even gonna mess with this image. Oh, well, I'm going to clean up a little bit of hand oil that's kind of there, but I'll fix that in Photoshop. Let's see. Dust. This one is heavily cropped for reference. Let's, no, okay. What's the... Is there a way to see this before cropping? I don't think so. So, yeah, just to show, when I took this image... Actually, we'll just do this. When I did this, literally just propped up a piece of leather, set the case and buds down on it, shot it. Looks like crap, but crop it down right, you kind of can't tell. Though, dear God, look at all that dust. That is some dusty bud. Wonder if noise reduction will clean that up. If that works, I'm gonna be thrilled. That's... No, it's not even... Yeah, it's not touching it. Okay. Any chance it'll make a difference here? It softens stuff. I'll give it a little bit. That will knock out some of the color noise. That does look better. I'll take it. Apparently Screen Rant has a text section? Come on. Can you please tell me you're kidding? Oops. Okay, I need to leave that on this screen. Okay. They do have a text section. Alright, what's in it? Something about IGTV. Huh. How to stop Facebook identifying by disabling facial recognition. Okay. Astronomer stumped over images of Bizarro. I mean, how to use Memoji on Android phones? Okay. So, I guess they do. I see 4 author names so far out of several more posts. Mostly it is this Alan Truly guy. Truly? Wow, okay. And Joe Maring is coming in behind him. It's really Alan and Joe. There are other people popping up, but they're relatively scattered. Wow. So yeah, they actually could in theory. Oh, well, hey, you know, if you can't eat your own lunch, whose lunch can you eat? David, I guess, but why pay you to write the movie post when they can copy and paste the Screen Rant movie post? Because Screen Rant movie post, I'll bet anything, is not nearly as good. Let's see, movie news. All right, where's our... Is there... Where's the next page? How do you actually see older posts? Okay, I don't get it. I don't even know how to use our site, or you know, whatever. Okay, let's see. My God, they are active today. They're super active. What the hell? How many people do they have working there, I wonder? Okay, but I still don't have any idea how to actually navigate this site, so that's a problem. Their site's more broken than AP. It could be, yeah. Joe Maring used to be at AC. I didn't know that. Honestly, I never followed AC though. That's why they don't want dates on post. Don't want to go back in time. The other question is, does Screen Rant even have a movie post like mine? Screen Rant, new releases? I'm assuming that's a thing, right? New movies. They have buttons for or drop downs for browse and sort, but they don't work. That's classy. Okay, this is not useful. Like, if what you're trying to do is figure out what's actually new. So, this post or whatever it is. Wait, what? Okay, that page, whatever it is bad. I don't have any idea how to find what's new. And I don't just mean what's a new post, but they're different posts, I think, is actually kind of the message at that point. Because, I mean, mine is straight up like, do you want to see what just happened or what just came out? Like, the stuff that was released in the last week or 2 weeks, whatever, because you've already seen everything else. Like, that's what my post is. So I think the two of them are very separate, very different. That being said, honestly, I don't think I can be updating this for much longer anyway, for numerous reasons. You guys get it. Let's see. Anyway, David, you were assuming they had one. Some of those movies launched months ago. Yeah, exactly. You can see why I'm not worried. If anything, I think they'll just, at some point, they might contact me and just say, hey, we want to post the same stuff to Screen Rant. Probably not the exact same post, but we want the same stuff. At which point, like, I could literally just bill them for writing, like, changing my converter so it produces a different format, and then Screen Rant could post the exact same thing, just looking different. I'd be okay with that. I don't see any reason not to. I don't think that's actually a bad thing. Because, hey, why not? As long as they give me credit for it. But yeah. Anyway, so it's 8:20. I should have probably wrapped up a little while ago. I'm gonna do that now. Because this has only sort of been in rip those IMDb scores. Yeah. I told you about that, right? I can't put JavaScript into the new post, or did you see the comment? Since this post is open, I may as well scroll down and even show you. Somebody specifically asked about that. Oh. What the? Oh. Newest? Yeah. Somebody specifically asked about the IMDb score, and it's like, yep, sorry. I know, and I agree. There's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. So, yep, our work is not looking so good these days. But yeah, so it goes. Only so much I can do about it. All right, but anyway, I do need to go. I'm gonna go eat something and probably wrap up editing these photos so that I can really, really get this freaking review done and out. I want it. I actually like these headphones. I'm listening to them right now because I like them. But yeah, I want this review done and off the books because I've got other things I need to work on. Including 2 new unannounced products that nothing exciting, but 2 things I need to make a lot of room for in the next week or 2. But yeah, anyway, so thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if I should continue this. And I will catch you in the next one as usual. Also, Streamlabs, Patreon links down in description. You know the routine. I won't go through a long one. Anyway, good night, everybody.